Hi, my name is Jay. I've been coming to Victory for about a year now. I'm a volunteer and I serve in the Welcome Lounge, the host team, car park team, Victory Youth Cook on Friday nights, Young Adults Connect Leader, and Refreshment Team. I grew up in a pretty religious household where we came from a church where there are a lot of rules and regulations, and it wasn't until I started growing up and getting a mindset for myself where I found myself seeking out a place where I could call home, and stumbled across this church called Victory, and I sat in the back for about 6 months straight. I didn't say hi really much to anyone. I didn't really introduce myself to anyone. I sort of checked in and checked out, and I did that for about 6 months. And it wasn't until Pastor Danny Googs came to church and had a bit of a calling at the end of service where he was like, if you feel called for something, raise your hand. So I'd put my hand up, and in an instant it wasn't so much an audible voice, but it was just, I felt God saying, go. And literally 2 weeks after that, I packed my bags and I went to Hillsong College. Whilst there, I learnt that if I was to make any sort of impact, I'd have to not be so caught up in a small bubble of my own world, that I had to really step out and step into everything that God had for me. And so when I'd finished my studies, I'd come back to Adelaide, and the first Sunday I came to Victory. Right after the service, I had filled out a Connect card, and that's where I met Pastor Ash. He introduced me to Dan McGaw, and I told Dan that I wanted to get involved as much as I could. I've only been here for a year, but there have been different people along my journey that have given me different things. Like, Dan gives me guidance, Paul gives me mentorship, Morgan gives me wisdom. These guys are like my family. These guys, I'm proud to call them friends, and I'm proud that I can get influenced by them each and every week in, week out. We serve because Jesus served us. And it also says in the Bible that those that are first will come last, but those that are last will come first. And it's just been such an amazing experience just seeing just different people come into this church and call this place home. And I don't think people realize that if it wasn't for the volunteers at this church, and when they come in early, when they put in the hard yards, they put in the sweat and tears into this place, just so then someone could call this place home when they first encounter Victory. And I'm just really happy that I could be part of it. The people that I get to meet when I get to volunteer in different teams, like there's a man I gave a Bible to at Christmas production, and he was just crying because he was like, I get to read this to my daughter. He was just fresh out of jail, and he was like, I get to read this to my daughter, and this is my first Bible. Like, this is why we serve. Like, this is why we get to do what we do. It's not out of sacrifice, it's out of obedience. It's out of the pure goodness of what God is that we get to do this. And it's such an honor and such a privilege to come in here every week and to do what we do. And I guess that's what I'm most grateful for.